Morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? I would like to make sure that somehow or another I can keep encouraging you. So we should all be encouragers, even if it's just in the little things. I mean, a smile under your mask, of course, a fake high five, great job, or just say hello to someone, out there, because you just never know what God's love through you might do for others. So, I'd like to talk a little bit about my health here, and normally I don't like that much, but I had a weird turn this week. Tuesday, last Tuesday, I had x-rays on my chest for a couple of reasons, checking things on my recent surgery. And so when I got home later, I got an email telling me that my x-rays were available online for me to see. So I mean to tell you, when you go online and check your health account, lately, you can see everything about yourself. It makes you feel like you are a doctor. Just find a stethoscope, put it around your neck, and then go look. And that's what I'm going to do, or did. Just went to look at my x-rays. Who needs a doctor with all that information, right? So sure enough, one of the x-rays showed that I was cured of that situation. So that was good news. But the next x-ray said that I basically had a major stomach bubble, that it existed in me. And I'm thinking, what is a stomach bubble? So Mr. Dr. Jack here, studying the old x-ray, I could see this bubble, which looked like a small water balloon, like right in this area right here. And man, it looked pretty serious to me. And then was just lurking underneath my sternum, or that breastbone right there. And it was huge to me. I immediately diagnosed myself with, I am dead. This is death. I am dead man walking or something, My entire physical demeanor just fell into a pile on the floor. And relying on my self-diagnosis, I immediately called my primary doctor and my surgeon. And the call screeners who took the calls in both cases said that they would give the message to the real doctors, and they would call you back. Well, guess what about that? I had to wait. And I waited, and I continued to wait, and still no calls. So let's stop here to reflect on this so far. I want to ask you just to think about this for a minute. What would you do if you were me? And maybe you've been in this very situation with different circumstances, a diagnosis of poor health or worse, or something that's wrong with you. And so would you declare yourself dead? And I don't mean to make too much light of that, but would you only rely on your diagnosis? Did you think, why me? Why me? Did you pray for immediate healing? Did you have trust in God? I was still waiting the next day for anybody to call me. I didn't care who it was. Somebody from just trying to get information or something. But so finally, around 9 o'clock in the morning, I received a call and found out that was a normal occurrence for the type of surgery I had, and the swelling would go down over time. Man, I felt I felt very uplifted then. But the day before, as I was praying for myself, which is, I don't like doing much, but I did, and a thought came to my mind. It says, trust me, it will be okay. And I ignored that. I ignored that thought. And I let my faith down. I just let my faith down. I couldn't believe it. And so, there's a verse in Proverbs 3 that's 5 and 6, says it all here, basically. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. And that's where I failed. I just failed miserably about that, because I did not trust God. Man, here I was my own doctor, and I just I didn't trust in God. So in verse 6 it says, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. So, you know, that makes a big, huge difference about things. And, you know, about the amazing technology of x-rays. You know, when God, you know, he has three-dimensional x-ray vision before Earth existed. He can see through you, and he can see your heart and soul perfectly. He knows everything about you physically and spiritually. So if you are curious about God's vision in your heart, it's so simple to get a great diagnosis today and change your life. Just talk to one of our pastors today in person at our church, or after service. You can maybe after service, but then even after service online, there's a way to connect to talk to one of our team members there. So let's do that. And so let's pray. And first off, I'd really like to pray today for those who are struggling with any troubling diagnosis or health issues. And I don't mean to make light of that, Father. It's very, a lot of people are struggling with that. So I pray for them that you could just reach out and heal them. And I pray for our teams and our pastors and the worship team to just put together a great service today, and just our church family, that everyone will be okay. All right, well, thank you for that as far as that goes. So, okay, so the Greeley Vineyard Church services today are in person. You know, it starts at 10 o'clock with reservation or online. Just check our website for more information. And you know what, I want you all to have a good day, and I want to encourage you to be an encourager to encourage others today. So that's it. All of you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.